Alright, what up everyone? Zono here coming at you with a new video. Today we're gonna talk about a news that was in Portuguese on a Brazilian website called uol.com.br, and it's a news that popped and that got translated by one of my friends from Brazil for me, because it's a news that we're not seeing anywhere else, and the news is right here on top of me, of course, and I'm sure you saw the title of the video. But Ronaldo bought shares from CNB eSports Club, and there's two things I really want to talk about. There's the side of Brazilian esports really growing, and there's the fact that Ronaldo is a big soccer legend from Brazil, and it's absolutely huge. So Ronaldo, we're not talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. We're really talking about Ronaldo, the player that used to play for Brazil in many World Cups. I'm not really familiar with his background, but I mean, Ronaldo is, for me, when I grew up, we were talking about Ronaldo as we were talking of Zidane for France, etc., etc., etc. So, the first thing I want to talk about is the esports in Brazil and how it's growing immensely. Because like it grows a lot with League of Legends, etc., etc. But it really grows because of CS:GO, because Brazilian players are really good in CS:GO. When it comes to League of Legends, they're still on the white cards level, and they're not comparing to like the Koreans and stuff. Even though they did perform pretty well compared to other NA or European teams at some World Championship for League of Legends, they're still not like a top tier team, and they're not as consistent as they are. But in League of Legends, we saw with Team Luminosity how well they were performing. They won the major with Taco and the Auto Noob. Respect for that, dude. And anyway, like the fact that Brazil, which is a country that has such a strong culture in soccer, I have Brazilian friends since I'm in international school, and all they talk about is soccer, but they all tell me how well accepted CSGO is and how fun is it to watch and how it's growing there, which is pretty interesting when you think about it. Even when you see on Twitch, honestly, sometimes on Twitch, 4 p.m. PST, you see top streamers being Brazilian streamers, meaning that really there's a big community there from Brazil or from any Portuguese speaking. I think Portugal as well. I don't know how different the both languages are from Brazil and Portugal, but they both speak Portuguese. But I mean, the big population is in Brazil, of course. So really, the industry there is growing very fast. So now we're bringing it to a step forward with the second part of the video, which is Ronaldo investing money on CNB eSports Club. So I'm not sure how much. The article is fully in Portuguese, so I can't really understand or tell you what are the terms of the deal. But what we know is that, and what is important is that, well, if Ronaldo is investing today, it means that other people will invest, and not only is it good for the entire industry, but it's very good for Brazilian growth. I know that only a few players can make a living there out of video games, even though the prize pools are fairly high. This is even going to benefit more the industry and feel that, and filling those blanks of like those professional players that are talented but cannot put this as a full-time job, as they cannot make enough revenue to sustain and to survive. So, very interesting piece of a piece of news, since Ronaldo is someone that is part of community of entertainment and ex soccer club, like alumni, etc. And maybe if he does this investment, another player that he knows will do the same, and that's it. Like, I think this is really it. We're seeing more and more personalities from traditional sports moving into esports. We saw that with Rick Fox, with the Echo Fox. We've seen this with a lot of soccer players. Now it's Ronaldo, which is a legend in the soccer field, and people that follow Ronaldo will maybe know about this news since they are fans, and they will be introduced to esports this way, meaning that they will have some legitimacy to it. If it's Ronaldo telling you that esports is an actual sport, people will tend to believe it more than just me telling you esports is an actual sport. So not only it's good for the industry image, not only is it good for the esports and gaming image, but it's really good for those Brazilian players and the infrastructure that they're trying to build. Honestly, guys, one of my dreams is to go to Brazil and watch one of the major competitions they have for whether League of Legends or CS:GO, because I heard that the crowd was insane. I remember when I first founded Learn LOL about 4 years ago. Damn, 4 years ago already. Where it was a coaching class in Brazil. My friend Bruno told me about how the crowd was going insane and how it was so cool and it was vibrant because they're so used to make a really good show during soccer matches, and they were implementing this to eSports, which was something that was never seen before. And he told me how insane it was. So if this was insane in 4 years ago, I can only imagine what it is today, to be honest. And one of my dreams is just travel there and see what is really going on and what is it real about. So that's it for this news, guys. Very, very short news. Ronaldo is investing in esports in Brazil, investing in CNB Esports Club, which is one of the biggest Brazilian organizations for many, many games. I hope you guys are interested in this. To be honest, this is topics I really enjoy talking about. If you guys have any feedbacks, comments, or anything to say about my content, please feel free to share it. I would love to make better and meaningful content for you guys, so that you can watch and hopefully share it with your friends. Thank you so much for listening, guys. It's been Zono for another video. I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Cheers.